Oregon and California. So this is going about the Oregon Trail and the big move west. It's kind of the later part of the Manifest Destiny. And it happens, right before the Civil War and really through the Civil War. And then, of course, there's the gold rush. We're also going about the gold rush in California. So that's another big reason people moved out there. That started in like 1848. And, of course, most people got there in 1849, hence the name of San Francisco's football team, the 49ers. Those were a lot of the people that came for the gold rush. That's why they're called the 49ers. Just in case you didn't know that. You better know that before you're an adult. Alright, well, that's why they're called the 49ers. Alright, so, and also we got a couple of interesting, some good news for you guys. I just looked this over and there is no open response. So you get no open response. So you get like 2 maps, I think. But no open response, so you kind of luck out there. And also, this will be the one right after vacation, so I hope you had a good vacation. I'll probably be right there with you for most of you, so that's cool. And I'll be glad to be getting in that classroom, so it'll be exciting to see you guys. All right, Connor, there's the Oregon Trail game we're gonna start playing. How'd you like it?
So the video game is, it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the hippie stuff, like so intense into it, like I gotta get this, I gotta get that. Nah, it was pretty good, but it wasn't really bad. But it was in the middle,
Better than doing schoolwork.
Yes.
All right, so
a lot better.
So during some Viking blocks, I think that's going to be something we allow you to do is play Oregon Trail because it's actually learning and in the middle of a video game. I know Mr. Fitzgerald, I think, used to play it in school. I never did. I'm too old for that Oregon Trail. All right, so here we go. Let's learn on to Oregon and California, Chapter 19. Many Americans wanted to move west to Oregon country in the 1840s. Oregon had lots of trees for building new houses. Oregon had good land for farming. Soon thousands of Americans moved west to build new homes and farms in Oregon country. The trip to Oregon country was long and slow. There were no roads across the United States to Oregon. Families traveled to Oregon in covered wagons. Horses and oxen pulled the covered wagons. In 1843, many families in 120 covered wagons met in Independence, Missouri. These 120 covered wagons made a wagon train. The covered wagons traveled together across the Great Plains and the Rocky Mountains to Oregon. The trail they followed became known as the Oregon Trail. What was it like to travel on the Oregon Trail? Families woke up very early every day. Then people traveled as many hours as they could. At night, they slept on the floors of their covered wagons. When it rained, wagon wheels got stuck in mud. Sometimes wagons turned over. Then people inside the wagons were hurt or killed. It was hard to find food on the way to Oregon. Many families were hungry. The wagons traveled across mountains, forests, and rivers. The long trip on the Oregon Trail took about 6 months. At last, the families reached Oregon country. They had traveled 2,000 miles. Soon thousands of other people went to Oregon on the Oregon Trail. Each year, more people settled along the Pacific coast. Oregon country was much bigger than our state of Oregon today. Oregon country included part of Canada, Great Britain, and the United States had shared Oregon country for many years with Great Britain. The two nations could not decide on a way to divide Oregon. President Polk believed in manifest destiny. He wanted Oregon to be part of the United States. Many people thought Great Britain and the United States would fight for Oregon. This time, the two nations did not fight. The United States signed a treaty with Great Britain about Oregon in 1846. The 1846 treaty said that the northern part of Oregon country was part of Canada. Canada and northern Oregon belonged to Great Britain. Southern Oregon became part of the United States. Later, the states of Oregon, Washington, and Idaho were made from the southern part of Oregon country. The United States government gave free farmland to families that moved to Oregon. Many Americans went to Oregon on the Oregon Trail for free land. In 1859, the United States Congress voted for Oregon to become a state. While thousands of Americans were moving to the state of Oregon, other Americans were rushing to California. One day, in 1848, a man named James Marshall found pieces of gold in a river in California. Soon everyone knew that James Marshall had found gold. People from all over the United States began moving to California. They wanted to find gold and become rich. We say that California had a gold rush in 1848 and 1849 because thousands of people went to find gold. The gold rush brought many groups of people to California. Many people came from Europe to look for gold in California. People came from China to find gold. Free African Americans also moved to California. James Beckwourth made it easier for many people to travel west to California. Beckwourth was an African American. He moved west and lived with American Indians. Tall mountains in the west made it hard to go to California. Beckwourth looked for an easier way to go across the mountains. At last, Beckwourth found a pass through the mountains. Many people use this pass to reach California. Today, that pass through the mountains is called Silly Pass. No, Beckwourth Pass. Some people were lucky in California. They found gold and became rich. Most people did not find gold. Many people stayed in California. They built farms and factories. They started new cities. They built stores and houses. By 1850, 90,000 people were living in California. The United States Congress voted for California to become a state in 1850. The California Gold Rush brought thousands of settlers to California. The Oregon Trail brought thousands of Americans to the Northwest. Every year, more Americans move west to California and Oregon. All right, so then that's all we have to learn about for this week. And it'll be fun learning about it, okay? Yeah! All right, so have fun playing the Oregon Trail game. Bye.